ओके सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट, दिस इज हेडर एंड दिस इज माय सेकंड है जिसमें एक वीडियो का प्लेस होल्डर है। तो दिस इज द स्पेस फॉर अ वीडियो प्लेस होल्डर। ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे मीन्स एक वीडियो का प्लेस होल्डर है। सो दिस इज अ बटन जो कि इंटरेक्टिव होगा। ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड एक टेक्स्ट लिखा है, लेट मी शो यू फ्यू थिंग्स, एंड उसके जस्ट बॉटम पे क्या लिखा है, क्लिक टू प्ले वीडियो, इट्स अ हाइपरलिंक। तो नाउ ये इंटरफेस बनाने के लिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मुझे चाहिए another div. Now the first portion क्योंकि उसमें हेडिंग थी, that was a header, बट जो सेकंड कंटेंट है ये क्या होगा, दिस वन। तो ये कैसे बनेगा, इट्स अ नॉर्मल div, तो इट्स अ डिवीजन। बट ये जो थर्ड है रेड वन, ये किस टैग से बनेगा, तो अ सर्विसेज कैसे बनेगा यहाँ पे। तो फॉर दिस वी विल यूज अ सेक्शन, तो यहाँ पे हम सेक्शन देंगे क्योंकि सेक्शन में हेडिंग है, तो देयर इज नो हेडिंग एट दिस, तो यहाँ पे हम सिंपल div दे देंगे। तो दिस इज फर्स्ट हेडर वन, एंड देन एक div लेते हैं बाय द नेम wrap 2, जिसमें एक कंटेनर होगा सेम 1200 साइज का। ओके, एंड द स्लाइड प्रीव्यू। ओके, this is my PSG, this is my code, this is my browser. तो फर्स्ट was wrap 1, the next one is wrapper 2 जिसका बैकग्राउंड कलर क्या है, तो जस्ट माउस ओवर एंड चेक द इनपुट टूल। और yes issue I'm recording the same session. So this is 666 in background and the font color is white. So let's add this. This is 666 background and the font color is white. Okay. And after that, inside this we have a custom division for a video. तो आप एक custom divide कर सकते हो like video. So in this video div हमारे पास दो कंटेंट है, एक लेफ्ट और एक राइट। तो लेफ्ट है उसमें क्या है, इट्स क्लिक बटन। ठीक है, तो एक बटन होगा जो कि इंटरेक्टिव है। बट सेकंड पार्ट क्या है इसमें, दिस इज क्लिकेबल बटन। बट क्या ये रो एंड कॉलम से बन जाएगा, मीन्स क्या ये कॉलम से बन सकते हैं दोनों बटन एंड दिस टेक्स्ट। सो इज इट पॉसिबल कि हम लोग 12 ग्रिड का यूज करके ये डिजाइन कर लें। इज इट पॉसिबल, बेसिकली इट्स नॉट। रीजन इज कि जो लेफ्ट कंटेंट है दैट इज इन कॉलम 2, बट जो राइट कंटेंट जो है ये एक्चुअल में गटर में आ रहा है ना, सी इन बिटवीन आ रहा है। तो दैट्स व्हाई हम लोग यहाँ पे कॉलम यूज नहीं कर सकते। तो डू वन थिंग, यहाँ पे आप दो एलिमेंट्स ले लो, जैसे एक j और एक और j। ठीक है, एंड नाउ वीडियो को फ्लेक्स कर दो। ठीक है, इन द फर्स्ट j एक बटन ऐड कर लो विद स्पैन इनसाइड, बटन की क्लास fa एंड fa हाइफन, दिस इज प्ले बटन। तो प्ले सर्कल o, एंड इन द सेकंड एक पैराग्राफ रहेगा जिसका साइज ज्यादा है, क्लिक टू, नहीं, क्लिक टू बॉटम में है। लेट मी शो यू अ फ्यू थिंग्स एंड आफ्टर दैट क्या है, क्लिक टू प्ले वीडियो। एंड इस वीडियो का रोल क्या होगा, बटन। ठीक है, क्योंकि ये जेएस का एक्शन देगा तो इसमें जो एक्शन होगा वो जावास्क्रिप्ट का होगा। तो दिस इज माय स्ट्रक्चर फर्स्ट, दिस इज बटन, ये टेक्स्ट आ रहा है। नाउ हम इसको सीएसएस देते हैं। इस पी को क्लास कौन सी देनी पड़ेगी, दिस इज थिन टेक्स्ट, तो हमने क्लास बनाई थी थिन के लिए, डॉट थिन। तो इस पी को क्लास नेम दे दो थिन। सो दी सी दिस टेक्स्ट इज थिन। यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले टेक्स्ट इसका होगा वीडियो, बट आई थिंक हमने कस्टम डिव क्लास बना रखी है, डॉट लेट्स हाइट 100%, नो डोंट नीड दिस वन। तो रैपर 2 में डॉट वीडियो का डिस्प्ले फ्लेक्स। So this is button and this is our text. Why this text is big? कि को मैंने क्लास दी है click to play video. One second. Why the font is big? Okay, मैंने zoom कर रखा था. ठीक है. Now बटन की प्रॉपर्टीज क्या क्या है? So this is dot videos. तो ये वीडियो का बटन होगा. तो बटन की फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी क्या है? बटन का बैकग्राउंड है ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड बॉर्डर है ना. ठीक है. देन बटन का कलर क्या होगा? पेरेंट से इनहेरिट मींस वाइट. नाउ इसका फॉन्ट साइज कितना है? यूज टी टूल. इट्स अ फॉन्ट ऑसम. तो जस्ट check it out. This is font awesome regular and 1501 pixels. So we have to use font size in pixels here. ठीक है. So this is my font size of the button. अब इसका display text को हमें vertical line देना पड़ेगा. And one more thing, dot video के button को margin right देते हैं. How much? Check this gap. So this is the right gap. So use the second tool which is rectangular marquee tool और make sure आप इसकी width check करो ये gap कितना है. तो see this, ये width कितनी आ रही है? So W width is 40 pixels. तो आपको यहाँ पे margin right 40 pixels देना पड़ेगा. See, we are getting 40 pixels there. तो vertical center में कैसे आएगा? Distort flex, align item, center. तो ये align item center हो गया. And now next property क्या है इसमें? Okay, the text. Using T tool text की property. This is Proxima Nova thin 60 pixels और इसका font weight auto. So dot videos first क्या नाम है इसका? P and A. तो P का font size 60 pixels and A का font size and color we need to check. So using this, so A is 16 pixel, no need to define. Color is this CA3C3C and line height भी define नहीं करनी. तो font size default है means 16, but color is this one. ठीक है. All this poor user experience, you can see this. आप inspect tool का use करो. See the contrast issue is how much? It's actually 1.15, which is very low. So normally 5 से below contrast ratio नहीं होना चाहिए ना. So the contrast ratio should be greater than 5. So this is just 1.15. So basically this is not good design. ठीक है. ये visible नहीं, it's not proper visible. Okay, so now for additional thing we need some gap because there's जो video होगा वो भी we don't have a video. So temporarily what I'm gonna do, हम यहाँ पे padding दे रहे हैं top bottom, let's suppose 200 by 0 just to hold the space. तो space को hold करने के लिए I'm just adding 200 padding. Okay, so this is my second div which is a video container. It's a normal div. Now third div क्या होगी? So this is a section now. और section में we have to use row and column. तो यहाँ row में कौन कौन से columns use करने पड़ेंगे? So in this div row and columns कौन से हैं? इस div में row and columns कौन से use करेंगे? रो में कितने कॉलम्स यूज होंगे यहाँ पे इन दिस पोर्शन टू बिल्ड दिस आवर सर्विसेज? So first we need a 4 division for heading and then this is again separate, तो इसको हम 8 कॉलम में लेंगे. So first we need a 4 and then 8. 8 plus 4 is total 12. So first of all this is a new div. So wrapper name 3 with background color red and font color white. But it's a section, so section class wrapper 3, then a container, and then a row, then a column 4 with H2. services and full stop. Okay. So for all the subheadings, this is H2, this is H2, the font size is same, but colors are different. So do one thing, check the font properties. So this is a Proxima Nova font and it's bold and it's 72 pixels and it's black. But see, this one is black and this one is white. So font color रहने देते हैं. And these are other text properties like for 72 pixel font size, the line height is 60. So go to your CSS and सभी headings को add a common font size 72, add a common line height 60. ठीक है. And और क्या था इसमें, font size line height. इसके अलावा wait, it's already bold because हमने already heading 2 को क्या दे रखा है, PB, which is Proxima bold. So it's already bold. Okay, apart from that, और कौन सी property H2 की? Okay, yeah, there's a border bottom. So this white one is what? We have border bottom. So see this is a line. Now इसको आप press कर सकते हो. So this is a shape. So you can use the shape tool. So see, this is just 1 pixel shape and its width है 370. Height कितनी आ रही है? 10 pixels. So height है 10 pixels. So do one thing, add border bottom 10 pixel and solid. So it's 10 pixel and solid border bottom. So this is my left part. And right hand side, this is a column 8. So in this column 8, there are 4 subdivisions. So this is my first column 4. Then this one is my again column 8. And inside this, we need 4 equal columns. Okay? So inside this, we need 4 equal columns. So again, we can use nested columns. Okay? How? Add a row and then a column 6. So the width of column 6 is how much? So column 6 कितना है? 50%. So this means ये 8 column का 50% होगा. See this? This is half and half. 50% and row wrap. Now do one thing, add your template. So इसमें you can add a custom grid. So there's another subheading feature. Add, do one thing, यहाँ पे you can add a div name feature. Okay. So there's a common div name feature. In this feature div, first of all, we need a circle and using the first tool, second tool, rectangle marquee, just check the width. It's 100. So it's a circle. So width and height both are same. So do one thing. First, a circle class. Let's span dot font awesome. And the icon is FA-cloud. After circle, add another div. This may we got a H3. And then we got some paragraph, and paragraph is thin. Heading is bold. So Pico class thin. Add some text, but not more. Just 2 lines. Okay. So this is my first painted feature. And then circle. Circle की width कितनी है? 100 pixels. And same as the height. So do one thing. Add aspect ratio 1/1. Then add the border. So this is my border. और border की width कितनी है? You can use the inspect tool, move tool. So see, this is no, one sec. So use a shape. So this is 2 pt. We can use 2 pixels. This is 100 pixel by 100. Okay. And border कितना है? It's 2 pt. So we can use pixels over here. It's 2 pixels. Usually 12 pt is equal to 16 pixels. Okay. So 12 pt जो है वो 16 pixels है. So what if you do some math? So ये जो value होगी, it's very means 1.8 or 1.9 in between. So it's better to use 2 pixels. Okay. Now we need to round this. तो round के लिए property क्या है? And do one thing, feature का display कर दो flex. ठीक है. So round है तो border radius 50%, and then exterior text align center. Vertically कैसे करेंगे इसको center में लाएंगे? So how to bring this vertically? The icon. तो उसको vertical center में कैसे ला सकते हैं? So again, we can use display, or it's a easy property called line height. So there's a single text. So the content height is how much? जैसे ये total 80 है, तो except border, the content height is 96 pixels. So use line height 96. Okay, let's see the problem. This is my circle, which is no, this 100, height is no, width is this. It's flex, so use min height. Okay, and now see this is 100 by 100. Now increase the font size of this text using T tool. Check the font size height. This is font awesome, and the font size is 36 pixel. So dot circle का font size है this one 36 pixels. Okay, and on the right hand side there is a gap. तो ये gap आएगा right margin से. This width is 30 pixel. तो 30 pixels का right margin. Okay, and vertical center में लाने के लिए align item center. तो ये center में आ जाएगा this one. This is my div with subheading and text. So ऐसी total divs कितनी है? So we got 4 different features. This is first, this is circle, cloud. Second one is cutlery. Do one thing, just copy paste. So the first is cloud, second is cutlery. Okay, third one is board. And the fourth and the last one is gable. Okay, so these are 4 different icons. Okay, so the next is the text properties. Using text tool, this is feature Fox1 over board and 16 pixel. और इसकी line height कितनी है? It's 30 pixels. Dot features H3 and E. This is font size. (16) and line height 30. Okay, so the font size is 16 and the line height is 30 pixels for H3. Okay, is having doubt? Sanjeev. Yes, Sanjeev. Hello. Sanjeev, your voice is not audible.
Sir, am I audible?
No, you are not audible.
Okay, I type.
Yeah, it's better आप some message type कर दो. Okay, this is the paragraph. Now go to the paragraph using again the same tool. Fox1 over this is thin and the font size is 14 plus line height is again 30. One sec. No, it's 22. It's 14 by 22. So for this paragraph, font size is 14 and line height is 22 pixels. Sanjeev, font awesome is the icon font जो हमने last session में किया था. Last week हम लोगों ने किए थे font. So this is the font family. ये जो icons आ रहे हैं आपके, like you can see these 4 icons यहाँ पर ये play icon, ये हमने font family से use किया है. So this is the official site of Font Awesome. version 6 is going on, so we are using the free version. ठीक है, तो ये font awesome sir. So right now we are using free, so it includes 2000 plus free icons here. ठीक है, this is the CDN जो हमने इसमें include कर रखा है. Okay, this is the CSS file, and then इसके बाद हमारी Sanjit, I've already told this ना कि ये include कैसे करना है. This is the CSS file, and the second thing is कि CSS को CSS folder में, and fonts को this is the font. ये आपके fonts है चारों. तो these are inside the fonts folder. तो आपको सिर्फ CSS को integrate करना होगा, और then उसकी classes के name होते हैं, उनको आपको use करना पड़ेगा in your code. ठीक है, so this is your font awesome. This is the CSS file जो आपकी CSS directory में होगी. Include this in HTML. और दूसरा मेक श्योर आपके fonts फोल्डर में ये चारों आइकन होने चाहिए font awesome के. और यू कैन सिंपली यूज द CDN. तो इसका एक CDN भी आता है ऑनलाइन. Font awesome. ठीक है, so if you don't want to use this is the old version, you can use the latest one. But there is a difference between icons. See, if I'm using the latest version, there is no play icon is different. And secondly, you can see the icons are different. It's quite different. See this, bolt is different, gavel is different, Caprice is totally different. Only this one is okay. ठीक है ना, so it's better. That's why I'm using the old version as per this PSD. This PSD का जो font awesome version है, that's old. So these are my 4 different icons and all the sections and the headings. Now हमें gap देना है from top and bottom. Okay, so to add gap हम क्या करेंगे? We need to use the inspect tool. And check the height. This height is 60 pixels. So means top bottom margin is 30-30. And this gap from the top is, it's not perfect. This is okay. This is 50 pixels. So top one is 50 and in between this one is 60 pixels. So do one thing. This is my feature. Feature को margin देते हैं from the top and bottom 30/0. Okay. So this is the top. This is 30. This is 30, 30, 60, and the bottom is also 30. So top is 30, bottom 30. In between ये कितना हो गया? 60 हो गया. So we need 20 extra. Okay. So 20 pixel gap we need extra. So do one thing. Add a padding from the top. कितना? 20 pixel by 0. Okay. So this portion, the top 20 is my padding and the bottom 30 is my margin. So this gap is 50 and the bottom gap is also 50. So ये gap is 50, ये भी 50 and this one is 60. Now ये gap कितना हो गया? So as we are using 20 padding, तो ये वाला gap भी कितना हो जाएगा? ये भी 20 है. So this gap is also 20. But let's see कि इसका gap कितना है? From exactly at the top, this is actually 50 pixels. See, 49, yeah, it's 50. So if we check with the O, we have 50 pixels are there. So this top is 50. So we are already using 20 pixels of padding. Okay, so already we are using 20 pixels padding. So do one thing, इसमें हम क्या करेंगे? We need 30 extra. Now, इस H2 में, in this H2 the height gap is 50 pixels, but in this H2 the gap is different. See, for this H2 the gap is different. So for this H2 the gap is different. See, it's 100 pixels. Okay, so do one thing. We need different means the gap is can vary. तो यहाँ पे where to H2 को margin top देते हैं हम लोग 20 padding 30 margin total कितना 50. 1 second, it's not working. Yeah, it's 3 I think. Yeah, now this is perfect. So see, this is again 50 pixel और ये भी top से कितना हो गया 50 pixel. So the gap is perfect now. ये top और bottom से equal आ रहा है. Okay, the next portion, this is the white one part. ये div है और it's a section. This one, the white background. ये div होगी या simple section होगा? This is a simple division. Why? There is no heading. So when we use sections, when there is a subheading, जैसे कि works. This is wrapper 3. So the next one is wrapper 4. Now for the wrapper 4, I'm using a single line of code. सिर्फ एक line का code मैं CSS में use करूँगा. See this how you need to optimize your code. So this is a wrapper 4 container. ठीक है? And now इसमें row columns कौन से use होंगे? So row के columns कितने होंगे? These are 6 items. So 6 columns के लिए a single row and with column 2. So 2 into 6 हो जाएंगे 12. And again there's a span dot fa font awesome. Check the icon. The first icon is light bulb. The second is globe. Third is camera. So this is light bulb. Second is globe. Third is camera. Okay, and just make sure you have installed this extension in VS Code. IntelliSense for CSS class names in HTML. ठीक है, otherwise क्या होगा? Means you can't get the hint. आपको जो ये font awesomes हैं, उनके hints नहीं आएंगे. So there are 1000+ icons in font awesome. So it's better use this extension. ठीक है, so this is my camera retro. Fourth one कौन सा है? This is a wrench or a spanner, microphone and money. So this is wrench, mic, microphone, and the last one is money, currency symbol. ठीक है, now इसको CSS देते हैं, but only one line. How? See, the background is white and font color is red. So this is the font color, which is this one. Check the font size. सभी का same है. So do one thing. Use the T tool and check the font. This is 36 pixels. So all are 36 and all are center line. The font size 36 and all are text line center. Apart from that, in सभी की height same है, top to bottom. So we can use a common line height for this white area. So see, this is the div using control or command click in Mac. So I'm pressing command. You need to press control and click on this. So see, this is selected now. और इसकी height कितनी आ रही है info? 150. So this is 150 height. Or you can use this tool again. But for that, you need to zoom. So this is 150 is your line height. So this is called pixel perfect layout. ठीक है, see this, just one line of code with just x और y दोनों पे center में आ रहे हैं. See this is perfectly designed. ठीक है, so ये मेरा wrapper 4 है. Just with one line of code हमने इसको create किया है. So sometimes we need to optimize our code. Now this is the 5th division. Just mouse over and check the background. It's EB, and again check the font color. Mouse over this. So this is 36, and this top is height is 100 pixels. Okay, so do one thing. For all the H2, set margin top how much? 80. Why 80? Because 20 की padding हमने already दे रखी है. No, 1 second. Oh no, deal with this. इसको रहने दो. ठीक है. So now check the gap at the top. So this is my wrapper 5 with background, this, and the font color. This. So add a padding from top bottom. This is the padding which is 100 top and same at the bottom. So padding 100 px by 0. ठीक है, so this is my wrapper 5 और ये एक सेक्शन होगा. And time by time, just check W3C validation. There is one warning, but I think it's section like heading. Okay, yeah. So heading is missing. That's all. Now this needs there's a container. And in container we need a row. और row का पहला column कौन सा है? It's column 4. Now this is my H2. Works and a full stop. You see, ये proper automatically उसी format में आ रहा है. ठीक है, so the top gap is 100 pixels. This one. And ये H2 में ही आएगा. Now you can clear this validation. Now there is no validation error. See, there is a heading inside section. Next step कौन सी होगी? But in not the same row, in the next row. So now this is the first row, and this is my second row. And the second row includes 6 columns, and each column is 4 column wide. So there, after this row, this is my second row, and there we need 6 column 4. So first is column 4, and this is the customized portion. So basically ये है क्या? There will be a picture, and on the mouse hover on the div, ये absolute position जो hover है वो उसके ऊपर आएगा. You can do one thing. You can add a class name work. Inside work, first we need a picture, and after picture there is a hidden element. So div class, let's say hover. So in this hover div, first text is name, project name, and then designed by author. So if you want, you can use a subheading, project name, and then P, designed by the name of author. Okay, picture we need. So picture के लिए do one thing. Use the first move tool and just choose auto select and layer. Click on the picture. तो ये picture आ रही है. This is the shape basically, and the name is P1. Just right click this shape और इसको आप copy कर सकते हो. But this is a SVG image, so we can icon. So we can even use SVG, but in normal world, ये PNG JPEG image होगी. So it's better we use the second tool. We can't use SVG. We normally type of pictures, they are not SVG, these are normal pictures. So use a duplicate layer. So use duplicate on new document. So this is the new document with duplicate. Now this is the shape. First choose a blank layer, empty layer, और दोनों को right click करके command से merge कर दो. So use merge layers. Now we need to remove the extra white space area. For that you need to press trim or Alt IR in Windows. But Alt IR is not visible in Mac OS. So Alt IR is only for Windows. Shortcut key hai. Now this is my picture. You can use Alt Control Shift S in previous version, and for the new version, use export as JPEG. So this is my desktop. This is my directory. This is my picture folder. Okay, and this is my picture 1. Okay, add the alternative text. See, this picture is over there. Yes, this is the picture. This is the text. Okay, now just copy this column 4 so that we can have 6 column 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. So ठीक है, ये हमारे 6 columns आ रहे हैं. So the custom div name was work, and inside work we have a dot hover div. So this hover div is absolutely position. So इसकी position कौन सी होगी? Absolute. Because see this. So this is absolutely position. So ये space नहीं दे रही. This is above picture. And second thing, this is by default hidden. So ये mouse hover पे open हो रहा है. See this. If you click on this पे, so the name of this layer is what? इसका group का layer name देखो क्या आ रहा है? The name of this group is hover. So this means this is mouse hover state. ये mouse की hover state है. Check the dimensions. जैसे ये white background कितना है? Use control click. So this is 100 pixels wide and height is 100. width is full, background is black. So you can, this is absolutely position. So you can use bottom 0 and bottom 0 किससे होगा? Work से, तो work की position relative. So this is bottom 0, left 0 and right 0. ठीक है? Background triple F means white. Now we need to add some gap. So the left gap is 30. ये gap भी 30 है. Okay, there are three different buttons. We just ignore them. Okay. So after H2, यहाँ पे 3 buttons हैं. So add a button class. First is all. Okay, so this is a button, but the same button interface we have already designed for header. This one. So use the same class name. BTN. Okay, this is all. Second is website, and the third is branding. So this is all website and branding. Okay. So difference क्या है यहाँ पे? Versus the gap from top and bottom. So now use the second tool, check the gap. So the top gap is how much? It's 30 pixels. And the bottom gap is how much? It's 60. Okay. So do one thing. Dot wrapper 5 dot btn. Set margin top 30 and left right 0, bottom 60 pixels. ये बटन का गैप आ जाएगा and for this div margin bottom 30, so add this 30 pixel gap. तो ये absolutely position आ रहा है hover. For hover the heading 3 is red, ठीक है, and the paragraph is different, तो P का color change कर दो. For P we need to inspect the, check the T tool. So this is the color of paragraph 8-9 और P का font size, it's proximal over 10 14 pixels. This is the color, font size कितना 14px, and for the hover div text is center line, तो text line center, ये text center में आ रहा है, ठीक है. So now we need to add line height for heading and this bottom paragraph text. Make sure this paragraph is thin. Okay, I think the default body font size is, okay, 1 second, हाँ, default font family so regular in body. तो यहाँ पे font family कौन सी होगी? Thin. So this is first paragraph, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So by using thin class, see this is the font family, font weight. Okay, I'm muting everyone. And next क्या है हमारा? We need to add the height. तो इसकी white की total height कितनी आ रही है? This white portion, this absolute portion. इसकी total height है 100 pixels. So total height should be 100 pixels. But if we use height 100 तो क्या होगा? This is not recommended for height. But the thing is कि on mobile devices the width of pictures will decrease. So the thing is that we can't use the static height क्योंकि ये height आपकी for this 370 it's okay, but when this div will reduce for iPads or some other screens, so this height can't be fixed. So ये अभी fixed है. Or we can do one thing, we can use responsive font size. So do one thing, यहाँ पे ये दो text है मेरे top and bottom, तो मुझे इन दोनों को middle में लाना है. ठीक है. So for this div hover, I add a padding 20 by 0. So top and bottom we got 20 padding means 20 top 20 bottom. For this H3 use line height 40 and for this h3 use line height 20. ठीक है, so this is 40, this is 20, total 60, top 20 padding, bottom 20. So now the total height is automatically 100. So you can remove height pixels, but this is hidden by default. So इसको display क्या होगा? None. Now when we mouse hover over this, तो इसका display block होगा. तो ये hover किसका है? Image का और work div का. तो mouse hover किसका होगा? The div or the picture? कोई mouse over यहाँ किसका है? For the picture or for the div? तो ये माउस ओवर किसका होगा? सी ऑन द माउस ओवर ये div जो होगी वो शो होगी. तो यहाँ पे माउस ओवर किसका होगा? For the div, work div और picture?
div.
Yeah, it's better कि हम div का यूज करें. तो डॉट कौन सी div? वर्क के hover पे स्पेस डॉट hover क्लास का display should be block. So this is the old way, and now the modern way is we can use transitions. तो हम यहाँ transition दे सकते हैं like swipe from the bottom, ठीक है, with transition effects, because we cannot use transition property on display block. So do one thing, remove display none, ठीक है. So instead of display none, use a property bottom. So इसका bottom कितना था? It's 0. So use bottom minus 100. So if you use bottom minus 100, तो ये बाहर overflow रहा है. So do one thing, work को add overflow hidden. So this div is hidden now, ठीक है. Okay. ठीक है. सो थिंग इज कि दैट हमने इसको बॉटम माइनस 100 दिया सो दैट ये यहाँ से बॉटम से शुरू हो रहा है, एंड नाउ हमने इसकी पेरेंट को दिया ओवरफ्लो हिडन. नाउ फॉर दिस एलिमेंट एब्सोल्यूट we can use transition property 1 second or 0.5 second, and on mouse over bottom should be 0. So mouse over bottom 0. See, now we're using this type of effect. तो ये आपको इस टाइप का ट्रांजिशन इफेक्ट देगा. So but just make sure you use overflow. यहाँ पे overflow देना है so that mouse out पे ये bottom 0 हो जाए, 0 से minus 100 हो जाए. Why we using minus 100? क्योंकि इसकी height कितनी है? It's 100. So that's why we're using bottom minus 100. See, this is the transition effect. So the first button all is highlighted. So ये active है. So this is the active button. So active में difference क्या है? The background is black, red, and the font is different. So do one thing, add a custom class for this button. Active. So this is button dot btn dot active button. Active button का background this and font color white. One more thing, we need to change the border. ठीक है. So the gap is automatic as per white space. Do one thing, सभी button because they are inline elements, remove the white space gap. So there is no gap now. Now हमने margin दिया था at 10 pixels from the right, because this gap is actually 10 pixels. You can even check it. See, width is 10 pixels. So this is margin 30, right 10, then bottom 60 and left 0. So now this gap is perfect 10 pixels. ठीक है. So basically this ये है क्या? First of all, these are tabs. So when we click on this, तो इसके tabs change होंगे, and tabs we will do in JavaScript. So these are tabs actually. These are tabs. So these types of tabs are there. कि click पे they will change. ठीक है. इसके बाद Move to the next step. Okay, there's a button at the bottom. We can use simple button with span font awesome. And this button is for the see more portion. So ये see more के लिए. So see, this is your button. Check the move tool. Use control click. इसकी width and height आ रही है. It's 31 by 32. Not perfect, but no issue. The button कहाँ आएगा? After this row. This is button with span dot fa hyphen plus. ठीक है. Check the font size using T tool. So this is font awesome and 36. इसको class दे दो. No. Dot no button. So this is for the button. Use. Okay. Are we using padding 0 for all the buttons? No. For iPhone OS, always use. It's recommended to use padding 0 for all the buttons by default. Otherwise, in means iPhone or iPads, basically this can goes up to 30 pixels. So it's better कि इसको 0 कर दें, but only for iOS. There we have used width and height. So again, we need to use width and height over here. So this is dot no, which is a button. तो इसका border क्या है? None and background this. ठीक है. Width आ रही थी इसकी. Font size 36. Color base. Okay. Now round करने के लिए use border radius 50%, but this is not proper. That means strict. ठीक है. This is span. Button की width आ रही है 31 by 32. ठीक है. Span की height width कम है, height ज़्यादा आ रही है. Why? Why it's 36? It's showing 36. Width is 31. Height is 32. Okay. If I use line height 32. No. Not proper. 31 by 36. Okay. I think we need to reduce the font size here. Yeah. Okay. Now it's okay. Might be the version is different. Okay. So the next thing किसके लिए है? The gray one. This is for a block codes. So it's a carousel picture slider. So these are two empty div on the left and two empty divs on the right. So we can use column 2, 8, 2, 2 to empty, 8 with content. So this one is wrapper 6 with background. Is the background are at 666. The font color is this. This is not a section, it's a normal div. wrapper 6 with container with जो first empty column होगा 2, last empty column 2, in between the column is 8, तो 2 8 हो गया 12. ठीक है. Now there are 3 slides. This is the first one जो active है. This is the text of first slide. So this is the text, then the picture, and then a caption. So these are different slides. We got 3 different slides. This is first slide. This is a div, and inside this we need a block quote. Block quote में there's a quotes top and bottom, and then some text. You can simply copy this text also. This quote is thin. Check the font. This is 36 and white, and line height is 41. So we can use the custom div slides. Block का font size 36, and make sure the text is center line. Okay. There are 3 different slides, but the only first one is visible. So for all slide display is none. Okay. So यहाँ पे this is the first slide, and slide में after this is the text. Paragraph. इसके बाद next text क्या है? It's a picture. So picture को using move tool ले लो. Click on this. So this is the shape, and this is masked over icon circle. Do one thing. दोनों को control से click करो. Select both. दोनों को. Then do right click and duplicate layers. Choose new. So this is my shape on a duplicate layer. Then first दोनों को merge कर दो. Right click करके Control E और merge layers. Remove extra transparency. Trim. And now save this picture as. This picture का extension क्या होगा? This is a square image. This picture का extension क्या होगा? Dot. But technically it should be dot PNG. So we use export and export as PNG. Let's see. With a twist now. If I use PNG, let's see, if I use JPEG where the quality approx 100, it's just 5.6 KB. But if I use PNG, so see the size is how much? 9.5 KB, means it's double. So this, with transparency, this is double. Okay? So I'm using PNG, so the size is 9.5 for one image. There are 3 different images, so obviously ये 30 KB हो जाएगा, मतलब 9.5 into 3. But if I use JPEG with the best quality, which is 100, still it's 50% half of the size. So what I'm gonna do, मैं इसको as a JPEG use कर रहा हूँ. If you want, you can reduce the quality, or you can use Save for Web, the previous tool. This is PNG. Insert, use JPEG, and quality, make sure high or above. So see now the size is just 2 KB. I'm not using 100% high. I'm using 60 high. Or you can use very high, which is just 3 KB. So see, it's 1/3. So use dot JPEG image, desktop, this folder, and this picture. This picture is jacked. But the picture extension is JPEG now. JPEG का drawback क्या है? What's the drawback of JPEG? But it's just a bit low, ज़्यादा नहीं है. The thing is transparency. There's no transparency in JPEG. You see, this is the picture. 1 second. Slide का display none, and the slide with active class should be visible. Block. So this is my first slide. तो उसकी class active भी दे दो. तो total slides कितनी होगी? 3. And इसके बाद there is a text. To do one thing. Add a figure. This is a picture, and then the caption. Jack Efron. Okay, so ये text इसके bottom पे आ रहा है. Now the picture is square, and square को circle कैसे कर सकते हैं?
border radius.
Good. So see, we are using the border radius technique. तो हमारी हर picture पे we are actually from 10 KB we are just using 3 KB of a picture. So that means we have reduced 70% of the load. तो 70% low size के picture है. This is border radius 50%. So see now the picture is round. For the text, use the caption. Use 16. ठीक है. And bold. ठीक है. Now, just copy your division slide. So these are 3 different slides. First is active, second is inactive, third is also inactive. Okay, so this is the first one only, which is visible. And after this, there is a pager icon at the bottom. So ये pager हम लोग customize बनाएंगे. So use a move tool and check the first one. This ellipse और इसकी width है. Using control or command check करो. It's yeah, this one. This is 10 by 10. So we need to add a custom div after 3 slides. This div is pager. So we need to pager control. We will ally e. The first one is active. This is class active. इन तीनों का role क्या है? These are not hyperlinks, ना? These are 1 second role button. So these all are hyperlinks, but for button. So the parent div is pager. This is the pager div, and pager में we've got list का display. Flex कर दो. Use ally and allies a का display block and width 10, height 10, and background. But only the first one is white. See यहाँ आ रहे हैं. Add some padding. The bottom is 30. Now ये तीनों center में कैसे आएंगे? Display flex, justify content center. ठीक है. Ally में margin दो, top, bottom, left, right. So this is a gap in between. So this gap is 10. to add margin per pixel on 4 sides. And round कैसे करेंगे इनको? Again border radius 50%. Let's see, on the first one is hollow. First one is filled. Both two are hollow. So don't use background white. Use border. So इनका border have 2 pixels solid. You see, all are 2 pixels solid, and add a color white. Only the first one is filled. So first एक कौन सी है? A, which is active. So active का background filled है. Right. So make sure the first A is active. ये हमारा active हो जाएगा. Now this gap is 10 pixel. Add some other gap जैसे कि block code. यहाँ पे we need some gap. अच्छा पेजर को टॉप से 30 गैप देते हैं, पिक्चर को टॉप बॉटम से गैप दिए, दिस 10 और इसका जो गैप होगा दैट नाउ इसमें हमें लाइन हाइट देनी है फर्स्ट, font size with captions, this is 36, block को 36, line height थी 41 pixels, ठीक है, and this gap is cheap, this is 10 now this is perfectly done, ठीक है. So this is my carousel, means the picture slider of the bar, ठीक है. So the first one is active and to add functionality we need to add JavaScript but not now, later on, ठीक है. Okay then